Hey everybody, I had mentioned previously in a previous video how we are going to be changing this electrical system up. There was a box in here, and the box is this one right here, and it had a single Bryant 15 amp. That was it. That's all it had on it for the whole trailer, okay? And it's a nice looking box, so we're going to still use this for another service that I'm going to be using it for. But you can tell right here that the cord says 15 amps and 14 gauge. All right, so what we're doing is we're changing this out to where we're going to a 30 amp, and I'm using this box here that came out of a regular full-size RV. It has the box that's more for what we're interested in, general purpose, which will hook up to that original wire, portable appliances, which is going to go for the kitchen, so you can run a microwave, air conditioner, which I'm putting in an air conditioner, and now this one, separate from the other one, has a main disconnect. So we're starting out with a 30 amp main disconnect, a 20 amp for air conditioning, a 20 amp for microwave, and a 15 amp that runs your general stuff like a little converter box, things like that. These have all been surge tested, so I made sure that they would throw themselves. They're in really good shape, even though they did come out of a 20-year-old travel trailer. So we're going to be redoing this box and putting this 30 amp 10 gauge in it, and on the end of it down here on the end, and you can see that's 10 gauge, much more substantial. We're going to just put a male plug on the end of it. So showing you here this box going in the side of this with the door, there will be, the cord will just drop down in here. So what that's going to allow us to do is come in here with an extension cord, an RV extension cord, like a large piece right here, and we'll have an RV extension cord that we'll be able to plug in. Additionally, we're going to have an outlet right in here that's going to be up here that we can plug into, that will be going down with 10 gauge to the generator, which will be on the nose. So we can literally just physically plug into generator, and we'll be able to plug into the cord, close the door, and have the two plugs inside here out of the weather. That's going to be a pretty nice setup. And y'all pardon my voice, I'm just a little hoarse from summertime flu, but there we go. That's the 14 gauge wires that's running everything in this RV, and it will go to the existing circuits that are now in here, outlet here, and outlet on the kitchen side, and that's it. It just runs up and over. And you can see we're having all of this removed. These are the 12 gauge circuits, and they're just 14 gauge also, and that's for the fan in the bathroom. But we're going to be running more. Now, I mentioned earlier where I'm going to be doubling up all the wood. This is just a little prototype test to see how well it looks, and it's going to work fine, just using a standard stapler on that. So a lot of our stuff will be using this stapler here, which is a Central Pneumatic running 18 gauge staples, and they are 1 3/8 long, so they'll work perfect for 3/4 inch stuff without shooting all the way through it. So, all right, there you go. A little quick update. As you can see, more is coming off. We have the roof slightly peeled all the way down, so this last piece will come off, and we're going to replace everything else, plumbing vents, all this back wall's going to come off here pretty quick. But if you want to know how to do this, I'll show you some more of it as I get it mounted, and we'll have the whole circuit mounted, and each one of these dedicated, boxed and dedicated inside for what they do. So it comes out of here with 3 circuits, 2 20s and a 15 and a 30, that lets you shut off the whole system, move your cord to the generator, power up the generator, and then kick the whole system back on. All right, so pay attention here. We'll get all this in. The old one is out. You can probably see it in the previous video. Go back and look at all the videos from the frame construction on. And if you're wondering, how are we going to make this over the wheels? Well, it's going to be 2 layers of 3/4 plywood and 1 layer of 1/2 inch plywood that is actually going to make that whole frame structurally of treated plywood that we're going to put in there, heavily doped, and then the metal will actually go and follow everything in the fenders that we already have, or the skirts, will go on. All right, so just giving you all a little update. Sorry, that's a little blurry there. My hand done that. But there's the power box. There's the location. All the rework is being done, and the 10 gauge that's going to run to the generator is right here. So nice shielded 10 gauge from the generator, which will mount right up here. And now you can see what this was like. It just has a cover that was on one side over here and the switch, and that was it. There wasn't nothing else to it. So you were either on or off, and you 14 gauge wire going into the system, and that's the end of it. 14 to 14 to power everything on here. So now, this now has 30 amps of real genuine service. Now, like I said previously, we're going to have a large 30 amp RV plug on here, a straight shot if I can find one. Otherwise, it'll be one of the angled ones like that. And the door that goes on here, just your simple door. So if you look up here, you'll just imagine the door being here. So the cord will go in here into that slot there, which that just slides upward. See, pretty cool design there. That just slides upward, and the cord will be closed into the door of the extension cord. So using a standard extension cord, 30 amp RV plug, it'll go up inside here and be able to just hang around inside here, and this one will be plugged into it. So the two cords will be secured in here, and the door can be locked. Be kind of hard without a lot of damage pulling the cord out of there to steal it, but using it will also plug straight into a box that mounts right here, that's going to have a wire going down 10 gauge like I showed you, all the way up front to the generator. So it's actually going to run down going to the frame, but it goes for the generator so that we can literally just come in here and just plug it in. So there's no risks of electrocution or anything like that. And you either run off generator or you plug it into a wire coming from outboard to inboard. So pretty easy. Now, what I'm doing now is just adding these boards to the width here of the existing that's in here, so that we can have a little better nailing surface, because it's a pretty sad nailing surface, if you see what I mean. That's really thin, and then you look over here, that's a lot better. And just using this stapler, we're able to put them on pretty tight. So we're going to be sure to hit, you know, something in here with the materials, with the staples or screws that we're going to use out here to attach that outside siding. So, all right, guys, that's just giving you a little quick one here on how I upgraded the electrical, and now we have a full 30 amps of service. All right, pretty good. I hope that works for you, and you'll see us running the 12-volt system in addition, with a converter power box that is a charger and higher, a lot more 12-volt supply, because this doesn't have a 110 to 12-volt supply system. We're going to make one for it. All right.